There are moments when everything just aligns, not because you forced it, but because something within you shifted. Hi, I'm Eric, and welcome back to another video from Dragonfly Awakening of Colorado. Join us as we embark in part 5 of our creation, manifestation, law of attraction video series. I think I got it right. Today, we're talking about when it clicks. Does manifestation always take years? Not necessarily. When clarity, preparation, and desire come into alignment, these things can unfold with surprising speed. One evening, while living in a small cabin in rural Colorado, I was listening to recordings of organ performances that I really loved. I hadn't played pipe organ in many years. Life got busy, career took center stage, and where I lived in the woods, there were just no churches with instruments like that. Anyway, I was listening to this recording and I kept turning it louder and louder and louder as it got toward the climax and the final chords came crashing down. Right as this was happening, something opened. My heart was stirred to the point of tears. I was euphoric, ecstatic, filled with a kind of amazing joy. Almost without a thought, a wish arose. Oh, I wish I could play like this again. In that same instant, there was a response, very clear, unmistakable. It said, "Okay, you will." I paused mid-moment, eyes widened from the response. Something had heard me. The very next day, while walking through a large thrift store, I turned a corner and stopped. In front of me stood a full classical organ console, 2 manuals, a complete American Guild of Organists specification pedal board, and a set of speakers built to fill an entire sanctuary with sound. Sitting on it was a simple price tag of $200. Now, you have to understand, in rural Colorado, this wasn't something you expected to find. It was improbable and maybe even impossible, and yet there it was. Experiences like these revealed something important. When desire arises from alignment, when love, readiness, and attention converge, life can respond with a kind of precision. Not because anything is being forced into place, but because we begin to move in step with what is already unfolding. What may be becoming clear is that manifestation is not something to chase, demand, or force. It is something remembered, a process of alignment where the inner world comes into harmony with the deeper movement of life that is already unfolding within you. You are not lacking creative power. You have always been within it. What shifts is not your worthiness, but your awareness. In each moment, you are forming energetic relationships with the world through belief, emotion, attention, and love. When these come into alignment with a deeper sense of purpose, life begins to respond naturally. Doors open, support appears, opportunities arise, not always immediately and not always in expected forms, but in ways that serve growth and unfolding. Manifestation is not a reward system, it is a resonance. It is not limited to dramatic change or extraordinary events. Often, its most meaningful expression appears in ordinary moments. A day that moves with ease, a conversation that softens, a resource arriving at the right time, a sense of being supported rather than strained. These small shifts accumulated over time reshape the course of our lives. Alignment, however, is not created by intention alone. It requires integration. The energies we carry, especially those shaped by past experiences, belief, and emotional patterning participate in creation as much as conscious desire. Manifestation does not bypass what remains unresolved. It brings it into view, not as punishment, but as insight and invitation. For this reason, manifestation cannot be separated from healing. To create a life that is harmonious, abundant, and free, we must also tend to the parts of ourselves shaped by fear, contradiction, or self-doubt. The more gently and honestly we meet these places, the more coherent our inner world becomes, and the more naturally life begins to respond on the outside. When alignment becomes natural, manifestation isn't something you try to do, it's something life does through you. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you haven't caught part 4 of this video, I'll link it to this one. If you're interested in exploring this work more deeply, I do offer one-on-one sessions with a lot more detail, believe it or not. You'll find everything you need to contact me in the description. As always, much light, love, and happiness to you, always. Manifestation does not bypass what remains unsolved. Manifestation